Welcome viewers to the Saturday, December 10th edition of 284 News. I am Jacka Whitting bringing you the top stories from this week. Thank you for joining us. We begin our broadcast with news that USVI native award-winning songwriter and producer T-Ron Thomas is ending 2022 with a bang, having recently learned that he was nominated for 7 categories in the upcoming 65th Grammy Awards. 284 News caught up with him this week on this notable achievement.
I mean, the morning of the nominations, I was paying attention because this year is the first time they're having Songwriter of the Year award. And I really wanted to be nominated for that. So as I was looking and I was looking at the names and my name didn't pop up for that. So if you're watching the video, you're going to see me like, man, and the nominations just keep coming. Like, I was like, wait. We nominated for this, we nominated for this, we nominated for this. Lato get a nomination, obviously, for Big Energy, and that was exciting. And, we just hit 7, and I was like, man, God is so good. I was so grateful. And if anybody that know me, I ain't really a big, celebrator. I always like to play, 20 points behind in the game. And, yeah, I really do. And so I called my wife, and I was like, yo, I want to celebrate. And for me, my celebration was I take my wife and kids and my mother and mother-in-law to a fancy restaurant. And nice. And I post those pictures as well. And we went out to eat and we laughed and we had a good time. And that was as big as my celebration got.
The full interview is now available on our Facebook page and on 284media.com. We continue with news that the 2022 annual Christmas in the City activities with CCT has been hailed a great success by patrons and vendors alike. The highly anticipated 2-day event has seen its share of changes over the years. However, it remains a staple in the Virgin Islands community. 284 News' Ron Grant has more.
The annual Christmas in the City activities has been hailed a success by patron and vendors alike. The highly anticipated 2-day event has seen its share of changes over the years. However, it remains a staple in the Virgin Islands community. On Friday and Saturday, persons enjoyed live music, the sale of various cultural food and pastries, and lots of toys for the children. We took some time to speak with vendors about their experiences and got mixed reactions. Take a look.
It's a great opportunity for small businesses to come out and get some exposure and also to make some sales for the Christmas. We benefit well from the residual customer service that come back. So when customers come and see us, they normally come back and get presents and stuff later on in December. So it's a great opportunity and it's good stuff.
To give you exposure, lets you meet a lot of people, you have fun, you laugh, and you just enjoy the time here. I think it's a really, really great opportunity for businesses to get the best exposure possible, and it's just a wonderful event that you can enjoy with your family and friends.
There are some small business owners that don't have an outlet, so it is very beneficial to them to have little events popping up now and again during the year.
Events like this are very good for small businesses, and we are all grateful for it. We do wish they have more to come so we could sell our stuff.
Of course, more events like this would be very helpful, especially now that the economy is rebooting. You can have events like these on holidays, and you can do Easter time, you can do Christmas, you can do festival, etc.
I think it's extremely important because, like me, I only sell on these occasions, so it's very important for small business.
What I would really like to see is a lot of more young entrepreneurs coming out and coming with their community initiative and their small businesses to really target a new generation.
Small businesses, even somebody who is started out, can come out and just get exposure and just show themselves, as you say, hey, come and see what I'm doing, see if you like what I'm doing, what I'm showcasing, and everything of this sort, just to get their foot in the water, to get themselves established.
We also caught up with Mrs. Janice Brathwaite Edwards, organizer, who also echoed similar sentiments, citing some successes as well as challenges.
The 24th year for Christmas in the City, what can I say? Amazing, astounding, very interesting. It's a great event. A couple more vendors than we had last year, and I think it's a great event. We've added a couple of things this year. We did the block party at Fleming Street earlier last weekend. There's going to be Christmas at the bandstand next weekend. And I'm not sure what else is happening, but we've been pretty busy for 2022. So yes, and 2023 will be our 25th year. So yes, the celebrations will be bigger and better because then we're going to move them throughout the city.
This year's Christmas in the City was proudly sponsored by CCT and 284 Media. Reporting for 284 News, Ron Grant.
And with that, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Hun, it's asking for your password.
Huh?
You were logged out. I need the password.
BR.
What's the rest?
BRANDI, the number 4, EVER?
Who's Brandy?
We're like the password that isn't your ex-girlfriend's name. CG Insurance. Good like that.
I should have changed it.
You should have.
You're right. That's out.
That's 6.
That's out.
With worldwide medical coverage and affordable premiums, we're like a home match that isn't played at your actual home. CG Insurance. Good like that.
My turn. Oh, come on, guys.
Freeze. Choose your mix. Choose your flavor.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. We continue today's coverage with news that West Indies cricket legends and local cricket legends Brent de Freitas and Maxford Pipe were honored by the Leeward Islands Cricket Board during their inaugural Gold Jacket Awards ceremony held at the moorings this past Tuesday. Kamal Haynes has more in this report.
Cricket dignitaries, inclusive of the president of the Leeward Islands Cricket Board, Enoch Lewis, president of Cricket West Indies, Ricky Scarrett, president of the BVI Cricket Association, Vajendra Bharat, and director of Cricket USVI were all present at the ceremony that also saw Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley among the speakers. Alcomedo Willett and Dr. Sir Anderson Roberts became the first two recipients of a gold jacket to honor their many accomplishments while playing for the West Indies and the Leeward Islands cricket teams during their playing careers. But the career highlights of De Freitas and Pipe were also on display as the two received awards for their contribution to the Leeward Islands cricket team during their playing days. While speaking during the ceremony, President of the Leeward Islands Cricket Board, Mr. Lewis, said the Gold Jacket Award ceremony is an initiative to honor Leeward Islands cricketing legends while they are still alive.
I am elated and I hope that we are collectively enthused by the proactive action of the LICB to introduce the Gold Jacket Award ceremony. This initiative, which is expected to be an annual event, has presented us with the golden opportunity to recognize, applaud, highlight, and celebrate our legends. El Comido and Andy, in this instance, while they are still part of us. El Comido in 1973 and Andy in 1974 as the first and second Leeward Island players to have played Test cricket for the West Indies certainly opened the eyes of the cricketing world as to the exciting talent available in the Leeward Islands.
Well, Lewis also said that by the BVI being the first to hold this annual event, it will be forever remembered as the territory that set the standard for the other 7 territories of the Leeward Island Cricket Association to follow.
The plan is to hold this event annually. Each of the 8 territories that make up the LICB will be provided with the opportunity to play host to the event. Obviously, the BVI will forever be identified as the first host, and we are most grateful to President Bharat and his team for delivering the ceremony at the gold standard we are experiencing this evening.
President Lewis also expressed that his board has a strong interest in cricket in the BVI and hopes that such an initiative can help push this sport in the direction to have locals representing the West Indies team in years to come.
My hope is that our presence here tonight will serve to demonstrate to all concerned that we at the LICB have a strong interest in BVI cricket. Equally, we trust that as a byproduct, both corporate BVI and the government will be inspired to support BVI cricket and its cricketers so that, like your neighbor St. Martin, BVI can one day produce cricketers that gain selection to CWI teams and in so doing grow the island's sport tourism sector.
Well, meanwhile, Premier and Minister of Finance Dr. Wheatley said he sees cricket making a resurgence in the BVI.
I know the Virgin Islands was a place where cricket was a sport that was very, very popular. Back in the days of people like Ralph O'Neill and persons like that. Back in the days where persons like my parents and grandparents, everyone here was very strong with cricket. And of course in modern times, among Virgin Islanders, you have other sports which have become more popular like softball and basketball, etc. But I see cricket making a real resurgence here in the Virgin Islands. Not just persons who've come from other places in the Caribbean and in the world, but we see now a homegrown talent developing among the young people in the schools, etc. And for me, it's very encouraging. And events like this, I believe, are important in recognizing the significance of cricket and propelling it right here in the society.
But Dr. Wheatley, who is also the former Minister for Sports, pledged his support towards the BVI Cricket Association as the Premier and Minister of Finance to further cricket in the territory.
And certainly I was very happy to have met with the Cricket Association a number of times when I was the Minister of Sport. And while I'm in the capacity as Premier and Minister of Finance, I also will be very supportive of the Cricket Association. And certainly we've discussed plans to advance cricket here in the Virgin Islands. And I'm very supportive of those plans. And I'm looking forward to see cricket advance more. And of course, we want to get to the stage. We have individuals who've done very significant things, like Brent, for instance, who can help inspire us to even greater heights in the Virgin Islands.
And finally, for today's broadcast, 284 Media joins in with Visor as it calls on Virgin Islanders to support its Winter Wonderland fundraiser as the organization continues its year-round efforts to meet the necessary fiscal goals to support its continued operation and service to the territory. More in this report. Virgin Islands Search and Rescue is back again this year with its premier holiday season fundraiser, the Winter Wonderland, hosted at the Cyril B. Romney Tortola Pear Park. The event, which first came to Tortola in 2020, features the territory's one and only ice skating rink, which utilizes synthetic turf usually used for high-altitude training of ice hockey athletes to bring the wonders of ice skating to the sunny Caribbean shores of the BVI. 284 Media visited the busy site of the activity on Monday, where we spoke with Visor Operations Manager Phil Aspinall on the ins and outs of this very important event in Visor's calendar.
I mean, this is great. I mean, this is our third year. Most people down here have been looking forward to this. So we've put it back together. It's our biggest fundraiser, hopefully. Times are hard, so this is how we raise our money. As you know, we're all a non-profit. We rely on donations and events like this to raise our money. Our operating budget is $350,000 a year, and we have to get that. Not getting it off the ice ring, that's for sure, but we can hope. It's a truly family affair, but as you can see from the pictures you're probably going to view later, mainly the kids, they love it. They fall down, get up, Nobody balls. It's brilliant.
Aspinall went on to explain that while Visor delivers very necessary search, rescue, and medical services for the territory at zero cost to the government, the organization is not exempt from the costs associated with delivering these services. As a result, the help of the public through donations and the support of fundraising activities is imperative to Visor's continued operation.
We provide the search and rescue facilities and services for the British Virgin Islands. Sailing capital of the world, so it only makes sense that there's somebody out there to take care if you have an accident or fall ill while you're on the seas. So some of us look at it as a sort of an ambulance, if you like, for the water, but all of my staff are trained. They are medically trained to take care of you when we get out there. Statistically, most search and rescue organizations are 80-90% search and 10% rescue. We are the flip. We are about 80-82% medical because of the quality of the guests that we get here. You know, we've got the cruise ships, we've got the sailors, so we're out there. Most of our stuff is medical. No, an essential service, I think. As I say, we provide it for the government at no cost to the government, but there is a cost. You know, as I said earlier, it's $350,000 a year is what it costs to operate, and we have to raise that from memberships, from events like this, and the good generosity of the public.
The Winter Wonderland will be open to the public for the next 4 weeks from 5 p.m. daily. Following this activity, Visor moves right along with preparation for its next activity on February 10th, the Governor's Gourmet Gathering.
The next one that we have is February the 10th at Government House. His Excellency opens his doors and we have the Governor's Gourmet Gathering. We've done that for many, many years, where the local restaurants and restaurateurs come and prepare their specialty dishes, and we charge you to come and eat it, you know. So they donate the food, they donate their time, they donate their labor and expertise. It's marketing for them so that people can see such and such a restaurant sells this particular food and prepares it this way, and so it's good for them. It's marketing for their own thing, but Visor is the beneficiary.
Tickets for the Governor's Gourmet Gathering will be available from mid-January, and Virgin Islanders are encouraged to support the activity and, by extent, assist Visor to meet and surpass its fundraising goals. For 284 News, I am Jacka Whitting. And that's it for today's News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Jacka Whitting, and I'll see you again next week. I'm also wishing you a safe and enjoyable weekend. Goodbye.
Hun, it's asking for your password.
Huh?
You were logged out. I need the password.
BR.
What's the rest?
BRANDI, the number 4 EVER?
Who's Brandy?
We're like the password that isn't your ex-girlfriend's name. CG Insurance. Good like that.
I should have changed it.
You should have.
You're right.
Doing a good job there, brother. All right. I'm surprised you're here.
I'm surprised you're still alive.
Charles, it's been 60 years.
I wish it was 60 more.
Let it go.
No, you know what you did.
It was just ice cream. But you know what? It was delicious.
What?
We're like a family get-together without all the family drama.
What you gonna do?
CG Insurance. Good like that.